Hello, class. My name is Micah Solomon. This is the week 3 discussion. In this week's video, we learned about media consumers becoming submissive to the content, to the messages that are being pushed out on multiple mainstream media channels. Um, One thing that really comes to mind with all this is everything that happened during COVID. We saw a lot of mainstream media pushing similar narratives or the exact same narrative on all the channels. People are being force fed information. This goes back to the propaganda video from last week. Um, so we see people being submissive. We saw people being submissive, not wanting to lose their jobs, lose their retirement, and a lot of them submitted to the will of the government. Um, we learned that information controls people, but information really divides people too. I feel like that's a big part of government control, and I feel like that's a big part of the mainstream media pushing certain narratives. It keeps people divided. We can't forget that we, the people, control the government, but for many decades, the government has been trying to control the people. And really, media has a lot to do with that, pushing talking points, pushing narratives. It keeps the people divided and it keeps them easier to control by the government. Um, Media has a lot of responsibility to spread um, true information. They shouldn't spread things before they have all the facts. And we've seen time and time again where stories and narratives are being pushed out before they're even validated and proven to be true. And I think there needs to be some sort of repercussion or consequence for these industries that mislead the consumers by pushing out false narratives. And it doesn't matter what media company it is; they all do it. Um, just nobody gets in trouble for anything. So we're also seeing a lot of censorship. Coming from different social media sites, and you know, TikTok was censored completely. And was it censored because the Chinese made the app, or was it censored because the government couldn't control that app? We saw big government come in and do things with Facebook and with Twitter, and they were censoring the American people, but they couldn't do that on TikTok. So was TikTok banned because it was Chinese or because the government couldn't get their hands on it? Makes you wonder. But it really seems like we're moving away from mass media. It seems like people are starting to doubt the messages that are being pushed out, which is fair. Back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, that's where people got their information from. They had no way to cross reference and check websites or check different news outlets. They were told one thing and that's it. That's what they believe. Now we have the option to do our own research. A lot of people don't, but we have the option to do it. So if we can move away from mainstream media on cable television, our new alternate is digital media, websites, news articles on different websites, stuff like that, and even on public forums like Facebook, Instagram, all that place. People get a lot of news from that now too. So I think we're going to see a real big shift away from cable network, mainstream media, Fox News, CNN, all that. And people are going to start getting their news elsewhere where they think they're trusting it. Um, Again, doesn't mean it's true because it's on the internet, but people have to believe that they're getting valuable information before they start to believe it. So that kind of wraps up this week's topic. Look forward to seeing your guys' videos.